Boys, it's Chinned. Sterling versus Zalal just wrapped up, and the card overall was very, I don't even know how to say it, because the main card was honestly pretty damn good, and the prelims were just kind of nothing. Just a lot of, decisions and just zero consequence fights that nobody really cares about too much. Some big upsets, some massive upsets involving some fighters that really are just not very good, beating some very good fighters. But besides that, yeah, pretty, alright card. The main event, read it like a fucking book. Read a lot of these matchups pretty well, but then the ones that I was wrong about, I was really wrong about. Starting with Toledo Lensar versus Julia Pilastri. I was saying a couple weeks ago, like, the women's fights low-key, man. They're kind of good, man. Kind of ending, man. And, yeah, this card just proved me wrong. All the women's fights were dog shit. I'm not even going to talk about this. Don't even remember who I picked. Victor Valenzuela versus Max Griffin. Max Griffin sucks. Man, he sucks. This was an okay fight. Kind of uneventful. I don't really know what to say about this one. Victor Valenzuela is gonna get chinned badly in the future if he's swinging like that against a fighter like Max Griffin and almost losing. Just, I don't know what to say about some of these. Francis Marshall versus Lucas Brennan. Extremely dominant performance. Francis Marshall is, in my opinion, one of the better unranked 155ers. He's just, he's young. He's showing improvements in every fight. And he's just dominant. And he's kind of got pretty damn high fight IQ. He knows when he's winning. He knows when to circle around, circle out, not get caught in anything because you're winning. I mean, takes a lot, surprisingly, to have a fighter that is actually smart enough to know, okay, maybe I shouldn't engage. As boring as it is, fight IQ is a good thing. Moving on, Cody Durden versus Jafel Filio. I would imagine that this is the biggest upset of the year, numbers-wise. I can't think of another one, and I'm pretty sure, even if it's not the biggest upset, it's one of the biggest upsets. Cody Durden was a huge underdog. Jafel Filio, I thought, was just going to go in and mow through Durden like everybody mows through Durden after a little bit of a chippy first round. Everybody has chippy first rounds against Durden. He's a tough motherfucker, but he usually wilts in the second pretty easily. And instead it was Durden just pedal to the metal all the way through. Kind of dominated Filio. There were some moments, there was a round in that fight that was a little bit, passive, and you could have scored it for Filio, but for every moment that Durden won, it was extremely dominant. He just pieced him up for the most part. Filio should not be striking, and he needs to be drilling takedowns and top control for the rest of his career because he was getting reversed and he wasn't able to get the takedown on Durden. And I understand Durden's a good wrestler, but just, not even the best fight, but a great upset. Good for Durden. Moving on, Michelle Montague versus Mayra Bueno Silva. I will never talk about Mayra Bueno Silva ever fucking again. I picked Montague. I'm done with Mayra Bueno Silva. Look at this bullshit. Soak it in. And she was on steroids for the Holly Holm fight. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. She's lucky Jocelyn Edwards did not fight her. She would have gotten fucking murked. I don't even fuck with Jocelyn Edwards like that. Yeah. Fuck Mayra Bueno Silva. I don't even know why I'm hating like that. I didn't even pick her. There's something annoying about her, man. And she looks like a fucking goblin. She is a walking fucking goblin. Jackson McVeigh versus Cedricus Dumas. Who actually thought that this fight would not end this exact way? This guy wilts under the... This guy would get hit by a fucking child. I'm surprised he beats his wife so fucking much if she could just punch him on the chin and he'd go out cold. He's actually such a chinny piece of shit. Fuck Cedricus Dumas. Bro, this card's got me amped up. This was a mid-ass card and it's got me amped up like this. Eric McConico. Fuck Eric McConico too. He's one of the worst fighters on the roster and somehow he's beating Rodolfo Vieira. Rodolfo Vieira has fallen off so badly over the last few years. It's crazy. From getting knocked out by Bo Nickel out cold via head kick, which was sick, by the way. Was really fucking cool. I was rooting for Bo Nickel in that fight. I took him by finish in that fight. But like, what you can you but like you don't follow it up by getting fucking destroyed by some random can. Eric McConaughey is a fucking can, bro. This card had some crazy fucking ass performances. Like, this is high key a legendary card if you're into fucking legendary dog shit performances. Marcus Buchecha versus Ryan Spann. I'm done with this fucking sport, bro. I picked Ryan Spann. I'm a fan of Marcus Buchecha. I was rooting for Marcus Buchecha, but I was like, you know what, bro? He can't take down a fucking fly. And I think Ryan Spann's just going to be able to piece him up on the feet. Or I said something like that, but it involved Buchecha not being able to take down a toddler if he fucking wanted to. Mr. Beast could show up at Buchecha's house and be like, I'll give you $1 million if you take down 3 babies. And Buchecha would struggle with the fucking second one. He'd gas out after the first one, and he'd struggle with the second one, and he'd fucking get KO'd via gas out against the third one. Marcus Buchecha is a fucking fraud! And I like Marcus Buchecha! Why does he fucking suck? Why does heavyweight fucking stink? And why did Ryan Spann send him fucking flying? Why does Ryan Spann have a fucking rocket launcher from Fortnite as a right hand? What the fuck was that bullshit? Ione Barcelos versus Montel Jackson. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there. There's a lot of fucking shit, man. Ione Barcelos, I picked him. I definitely, consensus dog of the card. Other than Aljo, I guess. Great performance. Got caught a couple times in the fight, especially in the beginning. Really, really fucking crafty performance. This was a card of just all-time low dog shit performances, and then some of the best crafty vet decisions you will literally ever watch in your life. Ione Barcelos kicked it off. Just gets badly dropped in the first round. I thought he was going to just die. I thought he was going to go out. He didn't. He hung in there. Barcelos is tough. Everybody's saying this was robbery. Fuck you. It's Barcelos season, baby. Davey Grant. Let's fucking go. I know I picked Martinetti. I don't give a fuck. This was such a sick fucking fight, bro. This card has me fucking disappointed as shit into being the most hyped I've ever been for a fucking Davey Grant fight, man. This fight was awesome. This is literally one of the best fucking fights of the year. It's literally one of the best 3-round fights that's happened in the last, calendar year. It's so good. Bro, this fight was so good. Davey Grant's the fucking G. I fucking love Davey Grant, man. I'm sad I picked against him, but, I kind of figured it would be that type of fight, and I just didn't think he'd be able to win that type of fight. But I'm wrong, bro. At 40 years young for Big Davey Grant, and he's still the craftiest vet around. This guy's actually fucking tough as fuck. Fucking love you, Davey Grant. Good win. Great win. Literally the best fight of the last... Bro, Hokit versus Blades happened. What am I even saying, bro? Still, great fight. Rafa Garcia versus Alexander Hernandez. I picked Hernandez, but KO. And Rafa Garcia fucking dog walked him. This ruined my night. Jocelyn Edwards versus Norman... No, I'll talk about this. Rafa Garcia, he looked really good. I really like Alexander Hernandez. I've been a big fan of him, honestly, since he was dog shit after the Cerrone loss. There's just something about him, man. He's fun to watch. Pretty one-dimensional, though. Got heavily exposed in this fight. Typically, he has good takedown defense, but I don't know. I guess Rafa Garcia is just really fucking powerful. I guess because he's shorter, maybe he's a bit lower to the ground. Don't really know why he was able to get ragdolled by him, but, towards the end, he started doing a better job getting up. A lot better takedown defense in the third round. And he was starting to piece Garcia up a little bit, but he was just getting caught too much. Too much damage in too little time. And just didn't start up well. Hernandez was very gun-shy in the first round or two. Just the significant strike stats were off the charts in favor of Garcia in the first 2 rounds. Good fight. The third round was excellent, but disappointed with the result. I think Hernandez could have done better. Jocelyn Edwards and Norma Dumont. Jocelyn Edwards, good for her. I'm not talking about that. I'm done, bro. Next women's MMA fight that ends in a finish I'll talk about. Aljamain Sterling versus Youssef Zalal. I predicted this as perfectly as you could possibly predict a fight like this to go. Zalal has displayed some of the worst I don't want to say takedown defense because he was doing a good job on the takedowns, but some of the worst, when he does end up on the ground, he just gets battered. And Ilya did that to him. And I understand it's Ilya, but you hear me out. Aljamain Sterling is 10 times the wrestler that Ilya is, and also 10 times more physically strong as far as, getting a double or single leg is concerned on a guy like Zalal than Ilya is. He is the purest grappler the purest wrestler you'll honestly ever see in these lower weight classes, other than, some exceptions like Merab. Aljo's a fucking beast. I think this fight, kind of just one of the better crafty vet fights, displays of skill you'll see in your whole life. Aljamain Sterling, with this win, cemented himself to me as a top 20 all-time fighter. I think a lot of your greatness is defined by what you're able to do after your prime and the streaking contenders that you're able to beat after your prime. I think a lot of greatness is defined by that, by turning away contenders. And I think that's one of the reasons why Charles and, I know he's the champion, but even Volk are so fucking outstanding to me. It's because past their prime, they're still doing what they've always been doing. And they're still head and shoulders above everybody else in their division. I don't think Aljo is some saint. I don't think he would beat Volk. I don't think he would beat Gene Silva. I don't even think he'd beat Aaron fucking Pico. But then again, this is the type of performance that earns you greatness. Youssef Zalal, just very weak defense when he's eventually taken to the ground. It was hard for Aljo to take him down at first, but he was able to get him down eventually as time went on in the fight. I predicted an Aljo just grimy, fucking pressure heavy, take him down, stay on his back, rack up the damage, potential late finish fight, and that's exactly what we got. Zalal was game. He hit him with a knee at some point in that, the later rounds, which I thought was fucking devastating. But Aljo, I don't even know if it hit him clean. But Aljo, if it did, ate it as fucking clean as you could. Didn't matter whatsoever. And that was kind of the turning point. That was like the last big Zalal, like, oh shit moment. Because I felt like Zalal was definitely going to catch him on the feet. That's what the fight was looking like for a while. It felt like Zalal was going to catch him with something big. I didn't really like Aljo striking too much in the fight. I think a lot of the success from the striking came from just the fact that Zalal was so gassed. Zalal definitely does have a pretty bad gas tank. I don't think he's made for 5-rounders, and especially against a guy who is low-key turning into the 145 Merab. Like that, you cannot tell me that wasn't the most Merab performance we've ever seen Aljo have. I know that's his fighting style, but like the pressure of Aljo in that fight, way more pressure than I think we've ever seen, especially on the feet, and especially against such a dangerous striker in Zalal. Just a fucking beautiful performance. I think Aljo is a very, very special fighter. I don't think he'll get the belt. I don't even think he'll be able to fight and beat the number one contender in the division if he's given one. But he's slowly but surely going down as one of the highest level sub 155 pound fighters we've seen in the last ever. Aljamain Sterling is one of the highest level sub 155 pound fighters we've seen ever. This fight was outstanding for him. Not the most exciting fight, but a very gritty fight. Good performance by Aljo. Alright, card. Next week, we've got fucking Jack Della versus Carlos Prates. Stay tuned for the picks. I'll be dropping those tomorrow. This has been Chinned. If you enjoyed the video, please sub. See you guys in the next one.